A comment that I always get on the channel is, Rack, what's your favourite air rifle? What's your go-to air rifle? What is the ultimate air rifle? What is your air rifle of choice? Pretty much in a nutshell. Well, that one's easy. Daisy Red Ryder, dude. Every single time. Next question. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD. And yeah, the table is looking pretty expensive right now as I do this video. Now this video is all about accessories. Accessories for your FX M3. And as you can see here, we've got three slightly differently set up M3s. Different configurations that myself and Livens Gun Shop have put together, and I think it'll make an interesting video just to give you guys some idea of what accessories you really need, you know, for different applications. So thanks for joining me. This is going to be a pretty cool video, lots of footage and action, cool stuff. Hopefully it'll be quite informative for you guys. So where do we begin? Well, I guess we begin at the start. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear the table a little bit. I just wanted to sort of put these on for decoration, as you do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with just the ones. Move them out of the way. Right. Sorry guys. I'm the other side of the rat cave putting those away. Right then. So first of all, accessories. Now this particular M3 that we have got here, we have set this up for hunting. Okay, hunting. This is how we would set, myself would set an M3 up for just hunting. So all right, before we sort of carry on with this video, I've got to say, don't take this to sort of, you know, to the absolute sort of, that is how it must be set up. This is just what we think would be a good setup for hunting. Lightweight, kind of minimalistic, you know, good scope, good mod. So first of all, the hunter setup. Now, this is how I would set an M3 up for hunting. I'd keep it pretty much bare minimum, well, within reason, but very practical, but not so much tactical. More practical and lightish weight. So, first of all, Saber tactical cheek riser. That's always a good option. Although, having shot this particular rifle, this particular setup, I have actually concluded that probably higher mounts were needed just to give you a bit more scope, excuse the pun, you know, of where you can sort of, you know, get comfortable on this. Hence, with it being a higher mount for the Helix, Saber tactical cheek riser, real cool option. It makes your impact not only, well, it doesn't really change the look of it, but it just gives it a little bit more adjustability, which is really nice. My only little gripe with that is you can't sort of swap it around to left hand. It'd be really good if you could sort of swap that out and put the cheek piece on in a left hand configuration, but you can't because of the different screw holes, the way they're positioned. You can't, because at first I thought you could sort of basically just take that off and swap it around, which would be bang on, but obviously you can't because you've also got a cutout for the mag. But anyway, it's all right for you writers. But yeah, that is one of the first things I do. Saber tactical cheek riser on the back. I wouldn't have anything fancy as far as cheek piece goes. Just keeping it lightweight. That's fine as it is. This, by the way, is a sub 12 foot-pound. So you could do it obviously on a firearm rated version or one above 12 foot-pound, regarding UK laws, that is. The next thing I'd put on is obviously the Element Helix scope, which is an excellent scope. I've run one of those myself on my M3, as you can see in the footage. You've probably seen it in various videos. And then the next biggie, which I absolutely love, I think is an absolute must on the FXs, is the Saber Tactical bottom rail, the Arca Swiss rail. Now, the reason I think putting in the Arca Swiss rail on is a good idea is because if you are hunting, if you're like rat shooting or something like that, or you know, you're in a position where you can just run your M3 on a tripod, then this is an absolute must. Yeah, you've got the option with a bit of Picatinny rail at the end, hence this little Atlas bipod that we've got riding on here, but it gives you the option to just throw this thing onto a tripod, which is really good. You know, it will just make shooting so much easier. But these are a great option. You basically just take the bottom of your trigger guard off and replace it with that, and you get a magnetic dust cover for your filler, which is really cool. Really cool. So that is an absolute must, I think, on a setup like this, is the Arca Swiss. Like I said, it has got Picatinny on the end of it, so you can throw on a bipod, just like this Atlas. The Atlas bipod, absolutely brilliant. Loads of adjustability. Absolutely love these. So rock solid, extendable as well, available in lots of different sizes. That is a great option for this setup. Then, to keep things quiet, and it certainly does keep things quiet, is this Donny FL moderator. That is a real good option. This one is the Ronin, an excellent option to keep things quiet on your M3. I love these things. I love the look of them. They are pretty big, but they're pretty lightweight, so it's not like it's adding massive amounts of weight to your gun. That's the thing with this particular setup. It's keeping it as lightweight as possible. So yeah, I know you could go mega lightweight without having the Arca Swiss rail on the bottom, but you kind of need that, you know, if you want to run it off a tripod. So as far as accessories go, it's pretty minimum for this hunting setup, but that is what I'd say would make a good hunting setup. So there you go. So that is the Hunter. Right, let's have a look at the Target version. Just got to grab it. Bear with me, guys. Now, here is the Target setup that we have put together. Oh, yes. Now, this has got a bit more Gucci bits on it, a bit more Gucci-ness to it, rather, and a few more Gucci bits added onto it. So, first of all, this one is running an Element Titan scope. This is a 5-25 x 56 first focal plane, a big chunky scope with nice big tactical turrets. Not really fussed about weight as far as this rifle goes, because for a target shooting rifle, a setup even, weight doesn't really, you know, make a lot of difference. As you know, the heavier sometimes the better as far as target shooting's going, because if you're just shooting it off a bench, then there you go. Again, this is a sub 12 foot-pound version. You can obviously use a firearm rated version with the same bits and pieces, but we've just ran this on a 12 foot-pound version. It is such a nice setup. Now, let's go from this end then. So, keeping things quiet isn't as much a deal when it comes to target shooting, because you've got, you know, your paper targets ain't really going to scare away, are they? Or your gongs or whatever it is you're shooting. So noise ain't really a big problem, a big issue to sort of rectify. So we've just put on a little Belita hug it there, but obviously you can put something like a Donny FL or something like that. So you know, does the job. Or just a standard one that comes with the M3. It's good enough. You know, still looks cool with the shroud and everything. Now, a good option as well, and I'll throw in a picture, is the Harmonic Tuner to put on this. So this configuration, by the way, is in 177, set up for target shooting. So 177, I'm not going to start the argument about 177 V22 and other calibers, but we've set this up with a 177 version as a target option. Now, like I was saying, Harmonic Tuner is another option to throw on this just to really fine tune your rifle. That would be a good idea to put on this rifle, I think, if you really, really want to tweak things. So that is a nice option. This one is wearing a slightly bigger Atlas bipod. Again, rock solid bipods. These are just absolutely great. Yet they're not cheap. They certainly are not cheap, but they are so good. It's just, you know, it's a no-brainer pretty much having one of them. Now on the bottom is more of a slimline Arca Swiss rail on the bottom, slightly more streamlined than the one that we were running on the Hunter. Okay, this one on the Hunter has got a bit more rail on the side, bit chunkier. Maybe you could either or. Depends what you really need. Depends what you really need. In fact, to be honest, we probably could run that one on this one to keep it really sort of lightweight. But hey ho. To be honest, I've just noticed that, so that probably would have been a better option. So Saber Tactical bottom rail again. Simply just take off your trigger guard and just basically replace it with this. It gives you this extended rail. This is Arca Swiss and Picatinny. Just using the Picatinny rail for this Atlas bipod. Great option. Myself, I do really like these bottom rails. It feels like it's protecting the bottle. I know, do you have to protect the bottle? I don't know, it just makes me feel better when I run one on mine, and it just makes me feel better about the bottle. I don't know, it's almost like it's sort of encapsulating the bottle a little bit and protecting it from knocks or whatever. Then this is a real sexy option, I think. This is a form laminate pistol grip. So these are made in the UK. Absolutely stunning. You've probably seen one of these running on my M3. Also got one running on my Schmeiser 223 AR-15 as well. Absolutely lovely pistol grip. So comfortable. Really comfortable. They're so nice. Available in left and right hand as well. Oh, sorry, right and left hand. Got that the wrong way around. Sorry guys, I'm offending you righties by putting you second. But yes, you can get them in left hand, and I've got two. One on my M3, I think that one's in blue, and I've got a red and black laminate on my 223 Schmeiser straight pull. I absolutely love these grips. I love form stocks. They are really nice. So for this target setup, that is a real good option. So that's what I personally would put on a target setup. Then moving along to the back, we have the Saber Tactical adjustable butt pad, and this thing is a real Gucci bit of kit. Really nice, made from aluminium. It's got like the rubber grips there. Let me sort of hold this thing up to you. Really nice option there. Now you'll notice there is this chunk of metal on here. I'll show you more about that and what that's for in a minute. But these Saber Tactical adjustable butt pads are really nice. So that's how they adjust. Lots of adjustment there. Obviously it goes up and down, and there is a bit of length of pull adjustment there. That is a real cool bit of kit. I run one of those myself on my gun. I absolutely love it. It is really nice. So that is a cool option. Now this is where it gets really interesting, because this is the Bentrest Monopod stand, whatever you want to call it, by Saber Tactical, and this is a right bit of kit. So this basically fits, so along this sort of rail here, there's two magnets, and there's two magnets on this bit, so it basically just fits. You slot it into the slot there, and the magnets just basically suck it on until it is rock solid. That, it is a bit OTT, but for a target setup, let me just kind of get this set up for you as best I can. You see it more in the shooting footage, but I'll sort of show you here as well. Sort of top view of this thing. Now that's it like that. Now with this, you can basically have a real rock solid platform, and you can adjust it by moving these wheels here, and that moves it to the side like that. And then obviously your height wheel, which is this one here. Let's try and zoom in for you guys. Sorry if I start shaking you all about. Let's see if you can see that a bit better. Oh, I'm running out of room. God, I need a bigger table, guys. I really do. There we go. That's a bit better. So you basically adjust side to side like that by moving these wheels, and then up and down is by using this wheel here at the bottom, and that is a real cool option. Yeah, it's pretty big, there's no doubt about it. It's pretty big. It's not lightweight at all, but this is a target version, a target setup, sorry, not a target version, a target setup, what we've got here. And that kind of just really does sort of, sorry guys, I'm just zooming out again. Oh God, Rack, your camera work is atrocious. I know. What's changed in 11 years, guys? But no, that is a real nice option to give you a rock solid platform, coupled with the Atlas Bipod and this Saber Tactical bench monopod. A rock solid platform. No excuses apart from you if there's bad shooting to be had with this rifle. Just a great setup like this. And to be honest, that is pretty much how I personally would leave a target setup rifle. Okay. Like I said, Harmonic Tuner, definitely. Stuff that you can't see, I probably put the carbon fibre liner in there, or well, the liner sleeve, whatever you want to call it. I'd put that in. Yeah, I'm not going to go into like the power block and all that stuff. This, after all, is a sub 12 version, this 177. You know, I'm not sort of going down the road of the power block and all that. This video is not about the sort of power thing. It's more about accessories and how, you know, to set your gun up for different applications, or if you've got several guns, you know, then how you would configure different setups. In my opinion, guys, in my opinion, okay, so this isn't sort of, you know, gospel or anything, or it's just Rack's opinion, okay. This, and it might give you ideas. You might want to add little bits, you might want to take little bits off, but this is personally how I would configure them and how they work for me. Right, let's move on to another one, and you may have guessed it, guys, my favourite. So let's just move this one out of the way and we'll bring on the beast. Now, I have not got enough room on the rack table for this, so here we go. Oh my God, guys, what a setup this is. Now, this is the sniper version. And oh yes, it does look very sexy indeed. Now, where do we begin on this one? Well, we've covered a little few little bits at the back. So on the Target version, so adjustable butt pad, buttstock, whatever you want to call it. Saber Tactical, absolutely brilliant. Throwing that on instead of that massive Saber Tactical bench monopod. We've put on the field monopod, which is a little bit lighter, does the same job, just got the up and down adjustment rather than the side to side, but still a real nice option. Not as chunky, keeping it a little bit lighter weight, although this thing is pretty much a heavyweight. Now this one is a firearm version. This one is 25 cal, so this one will be running at 80 to 90 foot-pounds. You will notice, and this is a real big one as well, this is a real big accessory that is pretty new and I'd highly recommend, is the Saber Tactical top rail. This absolutely transforms the look and the feel of the FX M3. It is so cool, so cool. All you have to do to fit it is just take off your top rail and replace it with this, and you get these spacers that go around the shroud of the barrel on your gun, basically. Pretty easy to fit, you know, 5-minute job, dead easy to fit. And it absolutely looks amazing, as you can see in the footage. It just looks so cool. And with this bronze version as well, it just really sets it off nice. The great thing about the Saber Tactical top rail is it has M-lock slots on it, 20 MOA built into the rail, which is great. Picatinny, obviously, as you can see. You get a bubble level as well in the back. If I can hold this thing up to show you. So there's the bubble level. Absolutely great bit of kit. And then with this top rail that's further forward, it allows you to add on something that I really like. The GRS bipod. This top mounted bipod is absolutely excellent, and it makes this rifle look absolutely badass. It really does. Highly recommended that GRS bipod is. Full review on one of those coming very soon here on the channel. I am putting them through the paces on all sorts of air guns and firearms, so really liking that. And then, oh God, I'm getting out of breath, guys. There is a Donny FL Emperor can on the end of this. Gone for maximum size, guys. Just to give this thing the look. And oh my God, does it give it the look. And it seriously quietens things down as well. An absolute great option to throw on a sniper version like this. 700mm barrel on this 25 cal. FAC rated FXM3. We just thought we'd make it even bigger by throwing on that Emperor. It's got to be done just to make this thing look just absolutely disgracefully nice. The top rail, if I'm perfectly honest, guys, does it for me. No, not fitted a bottom rail. It kind of defeats the object. You're just adding more weight. I think it'd be a bit OTT adding a bottom rail to this for this sniper setup, because fair enough, if you're running a standard sort of bottom mounted bipod, then yeah, it's an option. And then just keeping the top rail for the look, and obviously for the 20 MOA and just the extended bit of rail, basically. But if you're running a top mounted bipod like this GRS, you don't really need a rail on the bottom. If it was mine, I probably would, because like I said earlier, I kind of like that bit of protection for the bottom, for the bottle. I kind of like that, but would it be a bit OTT? And yeah, don't forget, you've got to pay for all these bits, and they ain't cheap, guys. This one, I'll give you a bit of a ballpark figure on this one. So with all the accessories, with the Titan, with the monopod, with the adjustable butt pad, with the scope, with the Donny FL, and with the GRS bipod, and the rifle itself, plus the rail. Did I say the rail? You're getting on for like well, you're over $3,500 here in the UK, right? So, oh yeah, it's getting sort of a bit sort of beyond a joke as far as explaining it to the wife kind of goes, if you get my meaning. So, but you want the ultimate air rifle, you know, what's it to be, guys? What's it to be? Is it this or is it this? You know, maybe that's a future video. We'll run these head to head. But no, seriously, guys, what a great setup this thing is. Does it get any better? You know, wow. As far as accessories goes, guys, where'd you take it to from here? I mean, we actually couldn't think of any other things to fit on this. Yeah, I know we could have put the cheek riser, we could have put a foam pistol grip on, we could have put that bottom rail on. But we were trying to keep it sensible, you know, practical, and fitting with what you want to use the rifle for. This, we're calling it the sniper version. So probably long range target, maybe long range hunting, long range within reason. Obviously, guys, you know, if you're static, you're not going to be wanting to lug this thing about. But as far as, you know, long range shooting of whatever description, then this sniper version, an absolutely excellent option. I'm going to get them all back on the table, guys. And then, the target version. Again, like I said, just my opinion, really, of how I'd want it set up myself. My opinion, how I'd set it up. I think it looks really cool. God, I've seriously got to get a bigger table, guys, for videos like this. That should be that way around, actually. And then, this Hunter just looks like a baby compared to those two. This Hunter setup, I can't quite get it on camera. So yeah, my opinion, guys, this is my opinion. This is how I would set them up, but I've just thought it'd be nice to sort of show you guys something a little bit different on what you can do with these rifles. They're all the same rifles, apart from one's obviously a high power version. These two 12 foot-pound. But you get the idea of how you can set these guns up for different applications. Yeah, that is my favourite. Yeah, I do love it. The target one with the foam grip. Oh yeah, really nice. And bare minimum as far as setup goes, as far as configuration goes with accessories. Remember, this is an accessories video. Then I think this setup here for hunting, absolutely perfect. Thinking about it though, like I mentioned earlier, I'll probably swap those around. Have that bigger Arca Swiss on the target version and this slimline one on this Hunter. But there you have it, guys. Hope you liked the video. Just gives you a little bit more of an insight into the bits and pieces that you can get for the FX M3. The impacts are so versatile, so modular, so customizable. It's just an awesome platform. It's almost like the AR-15 of the airgun world now, where you can just chop and change and do loads of stuff too. Where are we going to be in 5 years' time, guys, when the M4 comes along, dare I say it? Will there be an M4, or will they just carry on with the M3 and making real Gucci bits for it? But to be honest, my favourite accessories right now for these rifles, and yeah, I've got to start saving my pennies up, is definitely that top rail. Absolute, definitely the top rail. That is my favourite. I think it just transforms the look of the rifle. Just totally awesome. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. There you have it. Accessories for your M3. Knock yourself out. And, well, you'll probably get knocked out by the wife if she finds out how much you've been spending after watching this video. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching. That is Rack and Load. See ya.